Today have released a new blog, as you can see, trading Q&A right here, where they're going to be answering the most common questions and concerns about trading, and I'm going to be reading from them right now, so let's get into it. Since we've announced trading, we've been paying close attention to the questions you've all been asking. We know this doesn't answer everything, but it's a good start. Keep an eye out on this blog, because apparently they're going to be updating it if there's any further questions, and I'll be leaving this in the description so you can check it out as well. First of all, the first question is, can you stack vehicles? And apparently, the players can actually own multiple versions, multiple copies of the same vehicle. However, only one of them can actually be spawnable from the phone. So I don't exactly know what this means. Like, you can have multiple copies of a certain vehicle, so you can have more than one Camaro, for example, but only one of them you can actually spawn. So you can trade multiple, but you can only actually use one, I guess it means. Can we trade every vehicle? We may consider allowing non-limited vehicles to be traded in the future once the economy is more balanced. Introducing widespread trading now could lead to deflated vehicle prices. So when this releases, they're only going to be allowing to trade limited vehicles, and then obviously, like it says here, as time goes on, they might start allowing non-limited vehicles. And I'm assuming this means the vehicles that you can't get anymore, such as the cyberplane, obviously, the ROBUX vehicles possibly. The next question is, can we trade Game Pass vehicles? And the answer to this is, vehicles acquired through Game Pass will not be tradable at launch. However, vehicles that were previously purchased with Robux will be available for trade. So this means things like the SWAT van will not be able to be traded, because that is obviously for a Game Pass. However, things like, let's say, the Cybertruck, that will be able to be traded, because that was a Robux vehicle. The next one is, can you trade emotes? And apparently emotes that are off sale can be traded. We're looking into the possibility of trading Game Pass emotes as well, depending on Roblox approval. This means that only older season emotes that you got from older seasons are actually going to be able to be traded, and emotes from the season that we're in you won't be able to trade, because you can actually still get them, and as it says here, you can only trade off sale ones. The next question is, how does trading the commutator and edge runner variants work? When I first read this, I was kind of confused, but I think I now get it. Apparently in the trading hub, each variant will be registered as a single item based on the higher tier you've unlocked, which basically means, say you only got the second variant of the commutator, that means if you got given a version 5 version, I'm pretty sure you will only actually have access to a version 2 of it. It also follows on here by saying, will we be able to upgrade variant vehicles we own to a higher variant, which means will we be able to upgrade the vehicles? And it basically says you can only upgrade it if you obtain the higher level. So that means if you get given the first variant of the commutator, you won't actually be able to upgrade it. Will there be leaderboards? Apparently there will be leaderboards in the future, but not when they actually launch it. Can you trade XP? Apparently XP cannot be traded. Apparently there will be a way to view your trade history, which is actually pretty cool. Which items will be eligible for trading? Initially, a curated selection of off-sale items will be available, but of course this will expand over time. Piggy items, or some of the piggy items apparently, will be able to be traded at the launch, and then again this will be expanded on over time again. Here's a question which is a really big question that I know a lot of people are actually wondering. What measures are in place to recognize the original owners? Which basically means, what is the difference of you actually owning the item and like being the OG who got the item compared to someone who's just joined in like chapter 2 season 2 and just got the cyberplane? Apparently there's going to be some sort of name on the item, so that means if you have a cyberplane, say it was my cyberplane and I gave it to someone, it would say CJ cyberplane, and if you were then to go trade that cyberplane to someone else, it will still say it's mine, because I was the original owner, I was the one who actually got it, which is honestly probably the best way of going around this and actually recognizing the actual OG, the people who played the game when the vehicle was actually available. Is it possible to trade cash? Apparently trading cash is an option, which is pretty cool. Can both vehicles and cosmetics be traded? And apparently, yep, both they both can. I know a lot of people were also talking about this one related to duplicating exploits and that sort of stuff, and they've said here, with our experienced development team, we are confident in our ability to address the underlying issues that allow duplicating exploits to occur in the first place. Will there be an option for account pins? Apparently there will be account pins, and you have to write it down, remember it, and probably have to put it in every time you do a trade so that it knows that you actually want to do the trade, instead of you accidentally pressing trade and then giving away your cyberplane for a Camaro. RQA and translator skins available for trading. Apparently these aren't, however beta skins are actually tradable. Will there be 1-year trading index available. There won't be at launch apparently, but we plan to introduce later on. A lot of these features, as I'm reading through this, they won't be at launch, but as time goes on, obviously we're going to expand on this, which is pretty cool. My next question is, will the trading hub be in a different location? The simple answer is yes. There will be an option to teleport to this in the phone, just like the testing server, providing you're not in combat, so you can't use this as a way to not get killed. And the final question is a trade balancing system going to be implemented? And the answer is, while we won't be implementing a trade balancing system, we will include a feature that notifies the user if the trade value is low. So it won't exactly tell you if it's balanced, but it will kind of guide you, I'm guessing. And that's pretty much it for the questions and answers here, but apparently it says here to be sure to check back because they're apparently going to be changing this or adding more to it. So I'm going to be leaving this in the description so you can check it out for yourself. There was a lot of answers here, and hopefully your questions have now been answered, but if they haven't, then like they said, keep making sure to check back through this because they might be updating it in the future. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed.